For the purpose of entering stock opening balance at stock entry, click Stock Journal. Click on the Opening Stock tab and click Add. Assuming the opening stock is 31st December 2013, click Add. Enter the stock code. At the auto costing function here, remove the tick and enter the unit cost. It is mandatory that for opening stock, the auto cost function must be taken out. Otherwise, if you try to save, there will be a message to say that auto cost is not allowed if opening stock is selected. Double click on the row and remove the auto costing tick. Auto cost must be disabled, and user has to manually put in the unit cost of each stock item and the quantity. Click Save. Assuming on the 15th of January, there was a reported loss of 1 unit of the stock. At Stock Entry, Stock Journal, click the Add button and the stock code will be entered here. The quantity will be minus out 1 unit. At the auto costing here, do not remove the tick and save the entry. At the stock card activity, on the 15th of January, 1 unit will be deducted and the system will automatically work out the cost to be $10 adjusted out from the system. Next, we shall see the effects when stocks are added with a lower cost after the stock loss adjustments. At supplier invoice, on the same day after the stock loss adjustment is added, the same stock is received from the supplier for 10 units at a lower cost of $8 per unit. Exit. Yes. At stock card activity, click Retrieve Data. On the same day, 15th of January, when there is an incoming and outgoing of goods. For outgoing of goods of 1 unit and incoming of 10 units, system will deduct $10 out from the balance stock of 16. And the remaining cost will be added on to the inventory system to arrive at the average cost of $9.20. The result would have been different if the goods received from the supplier is dated 14th of January, which is 1 day before the stock loss adjustment, when this record was added on the 26th of January but backdated to 14th of January. For demonstration purposes, we shall manually run the recalculate balance to get the latest stock cost. Click Stock Card Activity, Retrieve Data. Since the goods is received at a lower cost of $8 as compared to the cost of $10 earlier, the average cost is worked out to be $9.23. Because the supplier invoice was backdated to 1 day before the stock loss adjustments, the average cost is being affected now. The stock loss adjustment cost of $10 is now being replaced with $9.23 as the latest average cost. Because of the auto cost function, failing which the cost adjusted out will remain as $10, which is wrong. The $10 unit cost is now replaced with the latest cost of $9.23. In another scenario, for some valid reason, you do not want the system to change the cost and you want to fix the cost. Highlight on the stop loss adjustment entry and click Edit. Double click on the row, remove the auto costing and change the cost to $9 for example. Click Save. Save the stock adjustment entry. Click OK. For demonstration purpose, we shall recalculate this stock to get the latest cost. Click Stock Card Activity. Click Retrieve Data. Notice that the system do not auto-adjust the cost and remains the cost as $9 adjusted out manually. Return back to the Stock Journal adjustment out entry. Notice the cost remains as $9. To demonstrate another case whereby the record was added wrongly, user go in to amend the cost from $8 to $12 and resave the entry. OK. Run the recalculate balance again for this stock. Go back to Stock Card Activity and click Retrieve Data. The manual cost of $9 remains unchanged, even though the user go back to change the unit cost and the average cost increased to become $10.84. Another scenario is when you have to write down the cost or value of your inventory. In this example, there are 16 pieces left in your stock and at a cost of $10 each. And you want to write down to $6 each. At Stock Journal, click Add. Enter the adjustment date and tick the adjust cost only. Click Add. Enter the stock code and the balance quantity. Select negative quantity and remove the auto cost. Since the average cost is from $10 reduced to $6, adjust the cost to $4 downwards. Click Add, Exit, and save the entry. OK. Exit from the Stock Journal. Click on Stock Card Activity, Retrieve Data. The average cost will not be calculated until midnight. Meanwhile, for demonstration purposes, we will manually run this stock code recalculate balance. Return back to the stock card. Click Retrieve Data. Notice that no quantity is being adjusted. Instead, per unit of $4 is being adjusted out to show an average cost of $6. The system will not disturb the manual cost that user has entered in manually to calculate or to adjust the cost out for the purpose of cost write down.